Hey everyone, we're back with another Rogue Legacy 2 guide. Today we're going to focus on killing Estuary Lamech. And the guide's just going to focus on some tips, the best class, something you should do before you fight Lamech. Here we're going to get into it, and I'm going to show you how it's done. So Lamech is the very first boss, and right now it's the only boss in Rogue Legacy 2. They're going to be adding bosses soon. So here you can see me going into a room. This room is called the Tower of Lights. You can see journals hinting to this room and talking about it, but right here you're going to want to shoot a spell at the wall there. There's not going to be any breakable wall like you usually see, so you're just going to shoot at that wall, and it's going to take you into this tower area. Here you can see me just running around exploring it. This is my first time in the room. I hadn't seen what it looked like. I just go and break all the crates before I go into any of the doors, but when you read the journal entries throughout the castle, you can see something with Lamech, and he's talking about how he left a secret in the Tower of Lights, and the lanterns there are the key to make sure that you're in the right room. The breakable wall may be on the right. It just depends on the layout of the room you're in. For me, it was on the left. And once I'm done breaking all these, I'm going to head into the bottom room just so we can see what the Tower of Lights is. And the whole point of why you want to do this before you fight the boss is because you actually get a bonus for visiting this area that does extra damage to Lamech, and that's going to be really important. For fighting Lamech, you want to do as much damage as possible. So in this first bottom room, there's nothing really in here other than a journal entry that's pretty cryptic. It's just scribbles, and you can't really read anything there. Just some more breakables. Just provide some more breakables so you can heal up. The second room is actually pretty good. This room is going to have 3 training dummies, and these function just like the training dummies in the main area before you go into a run. They do heal your mana, so that's really great. If you're running low on mana, you can attack these like you would normally, and it'll heal your mana, so that's great. As I use the spell and waste all my mana. This last room is the most important room. However, this is the top of the castle, and here is where you're going to be able to get the damage boost. So you're going to want to talk to this memory. Obviously, you have to finish the first 2 heirlooms before you can get into here. So here it's just Lamech talking about the story and talking about the ceremony. We don't really know much about the ceremony right now. I'm assuming that's going to be the overarching story. Within the text, you can pause it if you want to read it. It does mention a traitor, which is interesting because the traitor was the final boss in the first game. It's right there. Insight resolved. You get a 15% damage boost to Lamech, which is going to come really in handy. And if you were curious, if you do jump off the sides, you only take 1 damage. It's kind of the same thing if you fall in the heirloom rooms, you only take 1 damage. But yeah, here I'm going to scroll over to see it. Hidden secrets, hidden chambers. So yeah, that is Lamech's hidden sanctum. But a 50% damage boost is going to be huge and great for fighting Lamech. So here, I'm going to go in and fight Lamech. Barbarian is definitely the class you want to be using if you've never beaten Lamech. Barbarian just has a huge damage output. First tip, whenever he does that move, you're going to want to go in. I'm using a dwarf, and just because I'm using a dwarf, it makes dodging a bit easier, but you can go there even if you aren't a dwarf. Your character will fit in there and you will not get hit. Once you learn the attacks, it's not too difficult to start dodging them. You're going to learn the pattern. Here I am again, just trying to get in that sweet spot. The Barbarian has the biggest damage, and you're definitely going to want to use it. I haven't been able to beat him yet on the other classes. I am going to try to upload videos of me beating him with the other classes, just so you can get an idea of how difficult it is with the other classes. One thing to watch out for is when Lamech gets down to half health, he is going to enter like a phase 2 of the battle, and all of his attacks are going to be stronger. They're going to be more projectiles to dodge, and right here he's going to do like a supernova attack. I don't know what you call it, but you're going to want to use your Barbarian Shout to dodge those fireballs. Those will heat seek, and they do hit you hard. So you're going to want to be very careful, especially if you're using a different class. And here, I could have made this fight a bit easier if I started using my spells more. I'm always bad about using my spells. I'm just bad about it in the first game, I'm bad at it in this one. I'm really relying on getting in close. And even here, dashing in and just wailing on him. You're just going to want to continue dodging. Even though he's entered a phase 2, the attacks are still very similar. It's just more projectiles. Like here you can see there's a lot more flaming balls in the air than there was before. And here he's throwing 4 swords instead of 3. And then these do hit really hard. Those I believe hit for 48 damage, or at least, I mean I'm level 43, so, and those hit me for 48 damage. Those are the biggest ones you want to watch out for. And once you do defeat him, you're going to get some gold, which is great. Here you can see I'm sitting at 1,700 gold. Wait till you see how much gold I'm sitting at once I open this up. 7,600 gold. It is a huge bonus. And here you get a splash screen. It'll give you stats on how you've done so far. I've seen people on the Discord with S++ ratings. Those are people doing the 1 air runs. Maybe I'll try doing a 1 air run, but as of right now, I'm not too great at it. And beating Lamech does get you one extra thing as well. You get a secret boss, which you're going to want to try this if you do beat Lamech, because they will be removing this boss fight once the next biome comes out, which is going to be in 50-ish days. And here you're going to drop down this area, and you're going to have a ton of choices for relics. And if you can't tell with how many relic choices you have, this is a tough fight. I haven't beaten this secret boss as of yet. I'm going to try and give it a go and upload a video with some more tips, see if I can get it beaten for you guys. But here I'm just taking some Hyperion rings just so I can get some extra lives. And yeah, it's taking my max HP, but if you continue on the room, you will see there are life apple trees. So you are going to be able to raise that max HP right back up, which is what I'm doing here. I'm raising the max HP and taking damage, just so I can have as much damage as possible. Here, I wasn't sure what to do. If I wanted to take some more damage and get extra HP, I decided against it. I probably should have just taken the other life apples so I could heal those 7 health, but 7 health, it's not going to make that big of a difference. Here we go. This is the twin Lamech fight. All in all, it is the exact same as the first fight that we just beat, but you guessed it, twin Lamech. There are 2 of them. And this fight, I didn't even really come close to beating it, even with 3 lives. I think the one big problem is I'm not great at spin kick right now. I need to get better at spin kick just so I can get better at dodging. I've seen people beating this in a crazy amount of time, and hopefully I'll be able to get a video out beating this before they get rid of this fight. I have seen what happens when you beat it. You don't get a reward, which kind of sucks, but at this point there's no more upgrades for me to buy anyways, especially since I just got 9,000 gold. I'm going to buy the last upgrade in the castle. This is mainly for satisfaction and for completionists, and there you go. Hopefully we'll be able to get some more videos out beating Lamech with the other classes. Hope to see you soon.